Well, guys, I've hit 6 out of 7 free picks after cashing in with SMU last night, and I've got 2 more college basketball freebies coming your way in just a moment. Going to take a look at the Memphis UConn and UCLA Colorado contest in just a moment, plus all the details on the charity play of the week coming up in a moment. But first, I want to just get a little pet peeve off my back. So the other day I had to fly Southwest Airlines. Not an airline that I like to fly anymore. I'm just not a big fan of that whole early bird seating thing. I'm not a fan, especially since they managed to squeeze 6 extra seats by putting 2 more rows or another row into their flights here in the coach, which makes already cramped coach even more cramped. And inevitably, it seems, whenever I'm on one of their flights and I'm in coach, the guy who is like 6'4" and 387 pounds, or the guy who is 5'6" and 87 pounds dripping wet, they're the ones that want to recline all the way back and literally sit in my lap. You know, I mean, that pisses me off. So I'm not a fan of Southwest. But it happened to be a flight that was going cross country. I had to take this one. I book every flight that I take. I always got to make sure that I have Wi-Fi available because, you know, there's very few day parts, hours during the day where I'm not online, whether it's handicapping, working ahead, doing the sites. I mean, how many times have you read my free picks when I haven't been able to do video and I'm saying to you, I'm literally writing to you from 30,000 feet above the air. I ain't kidding around, guys. So I take this flight. What happens, for one reason or another, they substituted planes. It wasn't their 737-700 series that had Wi-Fi, as I thought that I had booked on. It was their 737-300 series. So I'm up in the air until I realize this, that there is no Wi-Fi. So I'm already an unhappy camper for 4.5 to 5 hours, okay? But thankfully, the plane was empty. There was only 66 people on it. So they said, hey, don't worry where you sit. Take a whole row if you want, okay? I mean, you can sit anywhere you want. So I go back to the emergency row. It has a little extra leg room. I don't want to worry about that guy relaxing in my lap. My wife, my son, we're all in the emergency row. Of course, the attendants, as you know, they need to immediately come by. Make sure you read the placard. Make sure you read the placard. Make sure you read the placard. They're talking about the emergency instructions. I understand. They're also pointing out constantly that the door weighs 50 pounds on this 300 series of planes, more than they weigh on other planes, which I think are somewhere in the 30-pound range. 50-pound door. My son's sitting next to the door. I mean, you know, he's big. I mean, he works out all the time, unlike his father. Oh, man, big. So, I mean, 50 pounds, piece of cake. 50 pounds, me, piece of cake. My problem is I look over in the other row. 2 emergency rows going up, butting up against the door. In the one, a young couple. The girl is probably a size 2. If she weighs much more than double that door, I'd be shocked. The other one, an elderly woman. I'm going to say late 60s. And not exactly a bodybuilder. I mean, she looked frail. So I understand that you got to read the placard. I understand that you have to come by and you have to verbally acknowledge. You can't nod your head. You have to say yes, that you're willing and able to sit in those seats and you're willing to execute and you understand the instructions and all that stuff. I understand all that. But seriously, if my life depended on that frail woman, there ain't no way she's picking out that 50-pound door, okay? And the girl, as part of the couple, the size 2, seriously? I don't get it. I don't understand this. I mean, when you fly now, the emergency row has turned into something, hey, let's get extra leg room. Let's put our frail, our weak, on the off chance there's an emergency. Please, I want somebody that's going to be a bulldozer and get the hell out of the plane and move that damn door. I mean, you know, you got to lift it up and you have to throw it out. I don't get it. I don't know. Anyway, that's my pet peeve for today. Thank you for letting me share that. You should think about that. Now, I know what's going to happen. You guys out there, next time you're flying, you should be looking around going, who the hell's sitting next to the emergency door? Am I going to trust my life to these people? You know, just something to consider. Anyway, guys, here today, a number of different promotions for you. First among them, though, Charity Play of the Week, going for winner number 25 out of 40. Chris Jordan, biggest play of the college campaign, another rare top-rated 1,000-star play. It's his Pac-12 Game of the Year, Arizona State, and you are going to get it for free. You know the deal. It's a quid pro quo program. If the play wins, then tomorrow I ask you to make a donation to an organization, a family, an individual, somebody that needs some type of financial support in a time of crisis and need. If it loses, well, there's no guarantees in gambling and nothing ventured, nothing gained. But the bottom line is this. It's 2.5 times bigger than his NBA total of the month winner you got last night. It's the $5 play of the day on Wednesday. Oh, and FYI, that game between the Clippers and Mavs only went over by a total of 47 points. And you can get today this much bigger play, his 1,000-star best bet, for free. simply by using coupon code CJ. Now, it's a $99 play. You're going to get it for free. I've given out over $4.4 million worth of action here since I started the Charity Play of the Week program almost 2 years ago. But then again, in turn, you guys have contributed well over $300,000 to people in need. So without you, it doesn't work. So again, you get it for free simply by using coupon code CJ. Not to put the kiss of death on this, okay? But I think this particular game, he and I are on the same side because I think it's the best bet on tonight's card too. So hopefully not, and then just put the kibosh on Chris here, especially being the Charity Play of the Week. But again, I have the same side and I love the game too. Okay, there are two $5 Play of the Day releases today, looking to gain a little momentum after cashing in last night thanks to Chris Jordan's $5 Play of the Week. Matt Rivers, second biggest play of the season. It's a 400,000 star play, 400,000 star winner, number 26 out of 44. It's his Big East game of the year, Providence and St. John's. Just as strong as his 400,000 star winner last night, Missouri Valley Conference game of the year, Indiana State laying 10. Beating Missouri State by 15, and you can get it for $5 today simply by using coupon code MATT5, that's M-A-T-T 5, and Brad Wilton, 49 winner number 2 in a row, his Western Conference total of the month on the Spurs Thunder over under. Rhymes, doesn't it? Save $75, hey, it just struck me, what can I tell you? Save $75 in the process, just as strong as his 49 winner, ironically on Indiana State last night. A lot of guys were on Indiana State last night. Go figure. Anyway, $10 bettors have won a little over $6,600 following Brad's betting advice since July. And you can get the winner tonight for just $5 by using coupon code BRAD5. BRAD5. Okay. Oh, by the way, Shawn Michaels lost a play yesterday. Yeah, it happens. So here's the deal. He had his second 109 play of the college basketball season going last night on Baylor at Texas Tech. He was going for winning day number 82 out of 119. And as you know, $10 bettors have won a little over $30,000 following his advice over the past 8 months. These are the same 109 plays that he's 3-0 in the NFL playoffs after cashing with the 49ers on Sunday, 48-20 run with them over the past 4+ years. Same 109 side selections. He went 15-3 in college football season, including Auburn against Florida State yesterday or 2 Mondays ago. But he was done in last night because Tubby Smith bought lunch for Texas Tech students. I'm not kidding you guys. Tubby Smith, first-year head coach at Texas Tech. Lubbock is not exactly the basketball capital of the world. And since the Red Raiders haven't done well, not making the postseason since, 2009, I think it was, Tubby is a way to encourage students to come to the game. He went to the student union yesterday, and he bought 130-some lunches for students and publicized the fact that they were having a game. Gee, hi, I go to Texas Tech. I don't know there's a college basketball game tonight, but my head coach came to lunch and he told me today. What are they going to do, milk and cookies next? Anyway, hey, over 3,000 students showed up. Texas Tech beat the hell out of Baylor last night. They were a 4-point home dog. They were up by 22 points in the first half, and that is why Shawn Michaels lost that game last night, because Tubby Smith bought lunch for so many Texas Tech students. There you go. I'm telling you, there's logic behind this reasoning, guys. Okay, let's move on. Aren't you happy I'm moving on? Let's get to the free selections here. First one is, we'll do in reverse chronological order because the 8 o'clock game is the UCLA-Colorado contest. Obviously, UCLA is going to get a lot of support here, laying the 2.5 to 3 points in Boulder against the Buffaloes because Colorado lost its best player, Spencer Dinwiddie, out for the season after suffering a knee injury in the game against Washington over the weekend. I mean, this is a guy who had started, I think, 85 or 86 consecutive games for them. I mean, he's their best defensive player. He's averaging 15 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds a game. How devastated were the Buffaloes when he got hurt? At the time, they were up 3 points in that game, okay? They lost the game by 17 points to Washington on Sunday. It snapped their 4-game losing streak. Now, granted, their only 2 losses of the year came to Baylor and Dallas and at home to Oklahoma State prior to that game, and they had beaten Kansas and Oregon at home. But I got to go with UCLA in this contest here. I like the Bruins' up-tempo attack that Steve Alford has incorporated. I mean, they're averaging 86 points a game. More importantly, with that motion flow offense, they're really getting great ball distribution. And I mean, it shows up in the box score. They're averaging about 18.5 assists a game. They're not a particularly good rebounding team. In fact, Colorado is a better rebounding team than them. But again, you're going to go to a true freshman making his third ever start tonight, Jaron Hopkins, a guy averaging a little over 5 points in 17 minutes, to replace the guy who was the anchor of your team, the guy who was your quarterback on the floor, the guy who was your best lockdown defender. I think that's a tough spot. So I'll go with UCLA in this one, minus a 2.5. And I like the way the Bruins came back and beat up Arizona State at Pauley Pavilion on Saturday. Beat them up handily by 15 points after that tough, devastating 4-point loss just 2 nights earlier to Arizona at home. So I'm going to go with them in this one. The other play, I'm going to take Memphis. I was impressed, and in fact, I used Memphis as a free pick Saturday when the Tigers traveled to Temple just 48 hours after that big, stunning upset of Louisville on the road as a 10.5-point dog. I was impressed they avoided an obvious trap situation, broke open a tight game early in the second half, laying 6.5 to 7 points, beat Temple by 10. Now they're back at home. They're laying about 6.5 here against Connecticut. What did the Huskies do in their last road game? 74-65 loss at SMU. Road game before that, 75-71 loss at Houston. I can understand losing at SMU. I don't understand how you lose to Houston, okay? And it's a tough road for the Huskies here. New conference, the American Athletic Conference, isn't that what it's called? Who cares? It's the AAC. Not to be confused with the ACC or the ABC. Anyway, and they host Louisville on Saturday. I think it's a good spot to take Memphis. High-energy team that likes to play up-tempo as well, puts a lot of points on the board. Neither team particularly strong rebounding. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think Memphis will be able to pull it out here because if they were going to have a letdown, it was going to be at Temple on Saturday, and they managed to escape this one. You know, they get tremendous fan support from students. Their coach doesn't have to go by and buy anybody lunch at the student union. They're averaging like 15,000 plus fans at the FedEx Forum, but then again, it's Memphis. What the hell else are you going to do if you're interested in sports? You're going to watch the Grizzlies and you're going to watch the Memphis Tigers because that's it. So that'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all, and I will catch you again on, you got to love the sun, by the way, coming in through the blinds in front of me here. You like that new look? It's like that. Hey, you know, maybe if it was spirally, it would look like Mike Tyson's weird ass tattoo on his face. Just a thought. That'll do it. Best of luck to you guys, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.